The afternoon was quiet, until the doorbell rang. Melissa sat in the living room, a cookie in one hand, her eyes fixed on the TV. She frowned. Why would Jared knock before entering his own house? The maid opened the door, and there stood Cassandra. Melissa froze, her heart instantly filling with rage. "What are you doing here?" she demanded. Cassandra walked in, calm and smug, her eyes roaming the room as if she owned it. "Is Jared home?" she asked, settling into a couch. Melissa pointed toward the door. "Get out. You don't belong here." "Oh, relax," Cassandra said, waving a hand. "Tell the maid to get me a drink. I'm thirsty." Melissa clenched her fists. "You'll die of that thirst." Cassandra leaned forward, still feisty. "But tell me, why are you even here? Last I checked, Jared doesn't keep strays." The words hit Melissa hard, but she stood her ground. "You wish. He loves me. And nothing you say will change that." Cassandra laughed softly. "Love? Sweetheart, Jared and I are in a relationship. You're just the third wheel." Melissa's breath caught. "You're lying," she said, voice trembling but firm. Cassandra shook her head slowly. "Oh, I wish I were." Her tone darkened. "You and Eureka, so delusional. Men don't love women like you. Jared's using you to get close to your mother. He even made sure not to use protection, hoping you'd get pregnant. You're just his pawn." Melissa's world spun. For a moment, silence filled the air. Then, she straightened, eyes blazing. "You think I'll believe your nonsense? Don't provoke me, Cassandra. You know what I can do," she said coldly. "I'll leave. I'll go, but first you need to see this." A video appeared on Cassandra's phone screen. A nightmare. Jared and her entangled on the bed. A gasp escaped Melissa's lips. "You and Eureka are really unfortunate." She smirked. "Men will always use you to get what they want. So, what if he's using me?" Melissa's words were sharp. "He had a fling with you because I wasn't here, and you'll forever remain a call girl to him," she sneered. Cassandra's face twisted in fury. She raised her hand to slap her, but Melissa caught her wrist. In one swift motion, she yanked Cassandra's hair, throwing her onto the couch. Juice splashed across Cassandra's face as Melissa poured it over her. "You should have stayed away," Melissa shouted. Cassandra screamed, struggling, but Melissa pinned her down. "This is why Jared will never love you. You're insane." Cassandra cried. "I'll show you insane." Melissa shouted, dragging her by the hair and throwing her to the floor. The servants rushed in, trying to pull them apart. But Melissa was unstoppable. By the time the security men intervened, Cassandra's lips were bleeding, her body trembling. "You'll regret this." Cassandra spat as they dragged her out. But Melissa just glared, chest heaving with fury and pain. When the door shut behind Cassandra, the silence returned, heavy, unforgiving. Melissa turned toward the TV and with a scream yanked it down. The crash echoed through the house. "Ma'am, please calm down," the guards pleaded. "Open the door," she shouted. "We can't. The boss instructed us." Her hand trembled as she grabbed a knife from the kitchen. "One step closer," she warned, eyes wild with grief. The guards froze, terrified. Moments later, she slipped out. The house was left in ruins. Barely 30 minutes later, Jared walked in holding a shopping bag. "Hey, sweetheart," he called softly. But what greeted him was chaos. The shattered TV. The spilled juice. The frightened faces. "What happened? Where's Melissa?" he asked, voice tight. "Sir, she left," one servant stammered. "What do you mean she left?" "She said she'd hurt herself if we didn't let her go," another added. "Miss Cassandra came, they fought, and then she left." Jared's jaw clenched. His voice dropped low. "Damn it." He turned and stormed out, the sound of the slamming door echoing behind him. The servants stared at one another, terrified of what would happen when he found her. Melissa ran until her legs gave out. Her feet buckled, her breath hitched, and tears streamed down her cheeks. She stumbled into a narrow alley and sank beside a row of trash cans. Her whole body trembled with pain and fury. She didn't want it to hurt this much. Now she finally understood Eureka. The pain of seeing the man you love in another woman's arms. Cassandra's voice, moaning Jared's name, echoed in her head like poison. She clutched her head and screamed. "Bloody bastard," she yelled, punching the trash can. Blood dripped from her knuckles, but she didn't care. Nothing could compare to the pain tearing through her chest. "I was a fool to think you loved me." Her voice cracked. "Of all women in Beverly Hills, Cassandra." She tore off her shoes and threw them aside, sitting on the cold floor like someone losing her mind. "I hate you, Jared," she cried, her tears smearing across her face. "I hate that I still love you," she whispered. "All men are scumbags." The wind carried her words into the silence of the alley. Then a voice broke through. Husky, unfamiliar. "I take exception to that." She looked up, startled. A man stood a few feet away, his sharp hazel eyes locked on hers. The faint scent of his cologne, amber and smoke, filled the air. Her heart skipped. "Who are you?" she asked, stepping back. He smiled faintly. Charlie Rodriguez. You look like someone who needs a friend." Melissa hesitated, wiping her tears with the back of her hand. "I'm fine. Just leave me alone." "I mean no harm," he said gently, stepping closer. "I just thought maybe you needed someone to talk to." She gave a bitter laugh. "Do I look like a child to you? Go find another damsel to rescue. Not everyone is like your boyfriend, you know," he called out as she stormed off. Melissa ignored him. She wandered through the dim streets, barefoot, broken, and lost. When she finally sat on a bench, the world around her blurred into silence. But then that voice again. "Close. Come. Familiar. You still don't want to go with me?" She turned slowly. Charlie was beside her now, his gaze steady and unreadable. "What do you want from me? Why are you following me?" she asked softly, exhausted. "I wasn't stalking you," he said. "I was just passing by. You looked like someone who'd given up." She looked away. "Maybe I have." He studied her for a moment, then spoke quietly. "Heartbroken." Melissa let out a shaky breath. "I'm homeless, jobless, and loveless." Her voice broke. Charlie's tone softened. "We've all been there. But we don't stay there." He turned to him, surprised. "What do you mean?" "I can help you if you let me," he said. "I live alone in a mansion. There are extra rooms. Servants. If you need a place to stay." Melissa stared at him in disbelief. "You're offering me a home? Just like that?" "I'm a philanthropist," he said with a faint smile. "Helping people is what I do." She crossed her arms, skeptical. "And if I say no? Then I'll still wish you well," he said, standing up. "But I don't think you have anywhere else to go." Melissa looked around. The streets were dark now. She swallowed her pride. "Charlie," she called as he approached his car. He turned, holding out a small bundle of cash and a card. "You don't have to come with me. But at least take this. Sort yourself out. Call me when you're ready." He stared at the money, then at him. Her voice softened. "It's getting late. If your offer still stands." He smiled gently, opening the car door. "You don't have to be afraid. I won't bite." Melissa hesitated, then stepped inside. The door closed behind her with a soft click. Outside, the wind carried the scent of rain. Inside the car, silence settled, thick and uncertain. Was this the beginning of her healing, or another heartbreak waiting to unfold? To be continued.